I had this sudden craving for those Carnival candied pecans, which also you can find at Bucky's, and they're so good. So I found a recipe that's super simple, basic ingredients, and earlier I made a quiche, so I had somewhere to use my egg yolk because here we only need one egg whites, which was perfect. So I used up my yolk too in a different dish. This egg white we need to beat up till it's like foamy. So it's gonna take a little muscle, but it's actually pretty easy to beat up, especially if you use a hand whisker, like the electric one. That will take you like a few seconds maybe. To this, we're gonna add 2 cups of pecans. I get mine from Costco. I just like to have like the big bag option in case I need sometimes for like a bigger recipe. This I'm gonna mix until every single pecan is coated in that foamy egg white. And also a little tip to keep your nuts fresher, keep them in the fridge. That way it will stay fresher for longer, because if it's like staying in the pantry for too long, it will eventually get that weird aftertaste that's kind of gross. If you know, you know. We'll need 1/3 cup of sugar, and for spices, cinnamon. Just kind of like eyeball it, depends on how much you like it, and also cardamom. Oh, I love cardamom so much. In fact, some people even put it in their coffee. It is delicious. You can even get like cardamom coffee syrup. It's really tasty. Mix this up, and I like to use fork when I'm mixing sugar with something. That way I feel like through the holes all the spices go through, and there won't be like just chunks of cinnamon in one space. So what we're gonna do is sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top of the nuts, and then mix it, and then sprinkle more sugar on top, and then mix it. You're gonna do this a few times until all of the sugar is gone. First I thought it's gonna be a lot of sugar, but at the end it kind of feels like a just basic amount of sugar. Like it could have been a little more, but I'm very happy with the 1/3 cup. I think it was enough. It wasn't too sweet, but it was still sweet and crunchy. And this is what it looks like at the end. I'm gonna bake this at 300 for about 20 minutes. It really depends on how strong your oven. So we're gonna kind of like bake this slowly until it turns golden brown, and you'll see it's crunchy. The good thing is that I think almost all of us had this at one point in their lives, so you can easily tell by just looking at it that it is done. And oh my god, it was so good. I'm also going to show you the crunch. You gotta wait till it cools down. I just kind of went in for it. The bottom was still not cooled down a little bit, so it was still a little wet, but it came out perfect and it's so good. I'm gonna keep this recipe forever. Okay, listen to this crunch. So good. What do you want? It's not for you. These are not like the ones at the Carnival. These are fresh. The coating is fresh. Usually at the Carnival, they're like okay, but you can tell that it was not made just now, and a lot of times it's very hard, like rock hard. Maybe they use more sugar, and it caramelizes more, but this is like fresh, crunchy. It's actually not overly sweet, so I think at the Carnival they do use a little bit more sugar, but I think it is absolute perfection. Ooh, this is dangerous. This is gonna be gone in an hour. So good.